The blast from my shotgun echoed across the valley like thunder tearing the night apart. Yeah, that's how it started. And if you're wondering if I ever thought my life would come down to this, well, join the club. I still see her, one hand clutching that jerry can of gasoline, the other scrambling for the barn door she'd just tried to rip open. Smoke already curling up, the smell sharp and dangerous. My horses going wild in their stalls, cows crashing through hay bales. Buckets flying, chaos so thick I could barely hear my own heartbeat. But I stood there, frozen for half a second, shotgun hot in my hands, thinking, what now, Jake? What the hell have you done? Karen? Yeah, that's her name. And if you've ever had a Karen in your life, you know just saying it feels like a curse, was sprawled out on the grass, blood spreading through those perfect HOA-issued khaki pants. The neighbors, I knew they'd heard the shot, cops were coming, and already I could see the headlines. Rancher snaps, shoots community leader, madness in Sunrise Valley. But nobody really knew what had been happening out here. Nobody saw the letters, the fines. The way she swore she'd cleanse the neighborhood of filth. Not even my family understood how far she was willing to go. You know what I mean? Most folks think HOA drama is just about trash cans and lawn heights. Try living it. My name's Jake Russell, and Sunrise Valley is supposed to be that sweet spot where old ranches meet new money, just outside Amarillo, Texas. My granddad built this ranch after the war. My dad ran it after him. And then I took over, turned it into a rescue for horses, cows, stray dogs, you name it. Anything with a heartbeat that nobody else wanted. Life was fine till Karen Wallace rolled in, Lexus SUV, face stretched tighter than a trampoline, 6 yapping dogs, nobody knowing where she actually worked, and she didn't waste time showing us she'd run things now.at. First it was fines. Trash bins out too early, grass too high, chickens too loud, but then she targeted the ranches. My ranch. Claimed we were an eyesore, hurting property values, and when I tried to play nice, fix the manure, got the vet's note for my horses, she doubled down, started making examples out of me, warning stickers popping up everywhere. Letters stacked in my mailbox like bills, fines for excessive animal noise, barn odor, illegal animal gatherings, which was just me letting local kids pet the ponies on Sundays. Every time I thought I'd done enough to get her off my back, she'd come up with something new, showing up in her white jogging outfit, clipboard in hand, sunglasses swallowing half her face. Mr. Russell, we need to talk about your operation, she'd say. Lips pursed so tight I thought she might choke. It's not an operation, Karen, it's a ranch. And it's legal. Legal or not, your presence lowers our property values. I just laughed, ma'am. My land's been here since your kind was watching Barney. Yeah, maybe I poked the bear. She got red as a beet, scribbled on her clipboard. Final warning. Next morning, someone cut my electric fence, cows got out, Karen called the police. Officer Blake, new guy, nice enough, let me off with a warning, but Karen smirked like she'd won a championship. Let me back up a sec. When you're dealing with a Karen, it's not just about rules, it's about control. She filed county complaints, tried to get me cited for illegal livestock, vandalized my barn, graffiti and red paint. HOA clean sweep coming soon. Cop shrugged. No evidence, no witnesses, but I knew. Fear got under my skin. Sleep was short. Locks got doubled. Cameras everywhere. My animals were my life. Couldn't let anything happen to them. Then came the night, 2:13 a.m. Ranger, my German shepherd, barking like the world's ending. I run to the window. See someone in dark clothes, can in hand gas, paint, who knows. My shotgun, my flashlight. My heart pounding, adrenaline makes you stupid. I saw her, Karen, gas can, lighter, moving toward the barn. I shouted. She ran, then turned, splashed gas, screamed, "This ends tonight. No more animals, no more trash on my street." I fired, aimed for her leg, just enough to stop her. If you've ever loved anything helpless, you know why. Red and blue lights everywhere. Deputies, commands, my hands on my head. Karen loaded into an ambulance, shrieking I'd tried to murder her in cold blood. But my camera caught her, lighting the barn, pouring gas, yelling before I fired. That probably saved my skin, but 2 days later, I got served. Karen filed a civil suit for attempted murder and emotional trauma. She tried to burn my barn down with my animals inside, and now she was suing me. Here's the twist. My ranch wasn't under HOA. Never was. My dad had opted out in a vote in the 90s. Ranch was exempt. So all her fines, threats, letters? Illegal. My attorney Linda Sanders, tough as iron, countersued for harassment. But the gossip mill went wild. Some people threatened, some supported, and then Miguel and Brittany, new neighbors, showed up with muffins. Thanks for standing up to her, they said. She tried to fine us for parking our trailer. We started a petition, over 40 neighbors signed. We won her out. That was hope, but Karen got nastier. Local news, her lawyer called me a violent redneck, accused me of running some kind of animal breeding ring. Then Karen's nephew, Thomas, nervous, sleepless, showed up with a flash drive. You don't know me, but I live with her. I can't take it anymore. She's not right. I recorded her phone calls. On tape, Karen and her board buddy Cheryl joked about a little spark going a long way and pushing me out. My lawyer smiled. We're not the ones defending this time. Just when we thought we had her, my ranch got hit again, dead animals laid out across my driveway. Note pinned to the fence, drop the case or next time it won't be animals. Called the sheriff. Blake came, looked rattled. You've stirred up a hornet's nest, Jake. Some of these folks are real nasty. That night I heard cars creeping, chains rattling, 2 figures by the barn, sledgehammer, jug, a match lighting a trail of liquid. Fire leapt up the barn wall, horses screaming, Ranger barking like mad. I ran straight into the smoke, unlatching stalls, freeing horses, cows stampeding out, heat, choking air, ceiling collapsing just behind me. Officer Blake dragged me out by my shirt. I woke in the hospital, barn gone, animals saved, but no camera footage, trail cam smashed. Linda dug deeper, board emails, surveillance fin owned by HOA treasurer Richard Connors. Logs of late-night meetings, consulting fees. When Linda pressed, Richard flipped, turned over emails, audio files, admitted to staging vandalism and planning fake documents. Then came the bank call. Mr. Russell, a lien's been filed on your property for unpaid HOA dues. The signature was my dad's, dated 3 years after he died. I marched into the clerk's office, demanded an investigation. Meanwhile, neighbors who signed the petition got threats, slashed tires, burned rags. A drone buzzed over my land. Evidence for blackmail, maybe. When county fire inspectors came after an anonymous tip for animal neglect, I laughed and let them search nothing. So I went public, live on Facebook, told it all, showed the fake liens, break-ins, bullet holes. The video blew up. Local and national news picked it up. Suddenly, Sunrise Valley was a battleground. In court. Linda laid out everything: fake signature, nephew's recordings, Richard's emails. Judge Breener, military background, 0 patience, tore into Karen's lawyer. Just as we thought it was over, Karen pulled out a new affidavit, former county official, backdated document saying my land had been added to the HOA. Judge allowed it for now. Trial wasn't over. That night, figures attacked again, broke the paddock gate, tried to get to the horses. This time I fired a warning shot, chased them off, found a police badge. Richard Connors was a reserve deputy. Cops had been shielding Karen. That's why she'd gotten away with so much. Then Hannah, the reporter, called anonymous hard drive, full HOA database. Meeting notes, private emails, proof of everything from staged fires to plans for forging signatures, even funding routed through shell companies. Turns out Karen wasn't acting alone. A real estate firm in Phoenix, owned by Elliott Kane, had been buying up properties, planning a luxury resort and private airstrip, and my ranch was the centerpiece. That's why Karen went so far. She was the local muscle. Elliott was the money. In the end, federal complaint filed, Linda and national animal rights groups joining in. Kane took a plea deal, surrendered the properties, millions in fines, barred from Texas for a decade. Karen, sentenced to 18 years for conspiracy, arson, and abuse of power. The HOA dissolved, barn rebuilt, Sunrise Valley found its backbone again. We didn't just save a ranch, we built a real community. So, what would you have done? Standing in the flames, shotgun in hand, your life on the line? Let me know in the comments, because justice, sometimes, doesn't whisper. Sometimes it comes with a bang. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to hear what happens when good folks fight back. Because I'm not done telling stories, and neither is America.